It also gets new aero, more stable handling, the list goes on. Aprilia says their appetite for developing the RSV4 is as strong as ever, despite dwindling superbike sales and a 1,099 cubic centimeters V4 engine too big to race in most superbike classes. After a day splashing around Mugello at its launch, we're glad they did. With 217 brake horsepower, it may seem insane on paper, but the new Aprilia RSV4 Factory 1100 still somehow manages to be friendly, confidence-inspiring and fun, even on a wet MotoGP track. It's always been a sweet handler with loads of feel and mechanical grip, but the geometry tweaks add stability and the wider bars make life aboard less cramped. Although the effects of the new Aero aren't immediately obvious in isolation, the refined throttle response, extra grunt, and polished electronics make the job of unleashing all that power impossibly easy. Its new predictive anti-wheelie is seamless, the Quickshifter sublime, and the ability to set rider aids corner by corner impressive. Despite its silicone softeners, the V4 is still alarmingly quick when it yowls along Mugello's straights and every bit as capable as its newer rivals, which is a neat trick for a superbike that's been around for the past 16 years. Each generation has sharpened the RSV4's edge, making it faster, more refined, more thrilling, and more eager to thrill. It's still compact and unapologetically focused, which might not suit everyone, but at this point, it's hard to imagine how Aprilia could make it any better. It's just that good. For 2025 fork offset increases by 2 mm, the engine is mounted 5 mm higher in the chassis and the swingarm pivot raised 2.5 mm. It improves stability and agility, but we can't fully exploit its new handling traits in the wet, although the ultra-grippy Michelin Power rain tires fitted for our test, Pirelli's Diablo Super Corsa SP is standard, still let us have fun. The Aprilia rolls through corners with total accuracy, changes direction like a pinball through Mugello's flip-flops and sits on beautifully plush and controlled electronic Öhlins suspension. It's still cramped for tall riders, but wider clip-ons provide more room to move around. New Brembo Hypure calipers, first seen on the latest Ducati Panigale V4S, hiss with industrial-strength power and feel. Aprilia's RSV4 became the first road bike to get MotoGP-inspired wings back in 2019, at the same time it went from being a 1000 to an 1100. Its Aero has grown over the years, and for 2025 the tail unit has sprouted Stegosaurus-type fins and its new curved wings reduce straight line drag by 6% and side-to-side resistance by 8%, they also help direct hot air away from the rider, along with more powerful radiator fans and a repositioned exhaust cat, with a new sump to accommodate it. It's tricky to say how the new Aero affects the RSV4 in isolation, because it's part of the overall chassis and electronics setup, but it's perfectly planted in Mugello's hard acceleration in braking zones, with larger new 52mm throttle bodies, up from 48mm, for 2025, a new €5 plus exhaust and increased fuel pressure. Power from the 1,099 cubic centimeters V4 climbs from 214 brake horsepower to 217 brake horsepower. That trumps superbike royalty, like Ducati's latest 213 brake horsepower Panigale V4S, the 209 brake horsepower BMW M1000RR and 215 brake horsepower Honda CBR 1000RR RSP Fireblade. Mugello's start/finish straight is one of the few places where you can fully use 200 bhp plus in top gear, and at the end of it you take a blind rise at over 180 miles per hour. It gets your attention in the dry, let alone here in the rain, but the RSV4 is never scary. Instead, it wraps you in cotton wool and keeps you safe with its smoother power delivery and unruffled rider aids. There's more grunt below 6,000 RPM, too. Mapping, traction and engine brake control are refined for 2025, and there's a new slide control system. They all combine seamlessly to make this fire-breathing superbike far easier to manage than it has any right to be. Its new predictive anti-wheelie system uses rider weight information as part of its algorithm and stops the front wheel leaving the tarmac before it happens, calming the RSV4 significantly under acceleration. Its delicious up/down quickshifter is almost seamless, coming down from 6th to 2nd gear, at the end of Mugello's front straight, too. A GPS data logger is standard and lets you adjust traction, wheelie, engine brake and suspension damping control corner by corner, via a laptop or app, which is a road bike first. It's too soon to tell for this 2025 RSV4, but our owners' reviews are generally good for the previous RSV4, with a lot of love for that engine, and love for the naked Tuono version. However, there are reports of the odd mechanical, electronic and quality control problems, specifically the bike's oil consumption. It shouldn't put you off buying the new version, but it's something to keep in mind. It has all the goodie boxes ticked, and like its rivals, it has cutting-edge rider aids, a lithium battery and a top drawer up/down quickshifter/auto blipper. Only the well-heeled need apply for a fully loaded slice of superbike exotica like the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 1100. It's pricier than the BMW S1000RR Sport and around on par with the Honda CBR 1000RR or Fireblade SP, but comfortably undercuts the Ducati Panigale V4S and BMW M1000RR. The 2025 RSV4 Factory 1100 gets just about every conceivable bell and whistle included in the price. Semi-active suspension, racy brakes, lightweight forged aluminium wheels and a full armory of rider modes, lean-sensitive rider aids, a pit lane speed limiter, launch control, cornering LEDs, and cruise control. The bodywork is new, apart from the tank. Rear indicators now incorporate the stop and taillights, BMW style. They're easy to remove, along with the number plate holder, for track action. It also has revised dash graphics, new backlit switchgear and a lighter aluminium top yoke, but overall weight is up 2 kilograms. Accessories include carbon and billet ollie goodies, tire pressure sensors and an SC Project slip-on can. You can have any color as long as it's black.